Hello, everybody. My name is Marion Obura, and it is so good to finally see you after such a long while. Woo! I think the last time I posted a video was a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. And so I thought I owed you an explanation. For those who've been following me, I just thought I owed you an explanation. So here it goes. 2020 was a challenging year for everybody, mainly because of COVID. But despite the fears, despite the challenges, and even the losses that we experienced, for me, it was also a year of personal development. I attended a lot of webinars. I researched a lot. I did personal branding sessions that really revealed to me that I am not fully utilizing my God-given talents. And I also started a YouTube channel for my business, which is Majestic Events Kenya. And the whole purpose of this channel was to help event planners grow their businesses and also navigate the COVID season. The events industry was one of those industries that was really hit hard by COVID, simply because our business is all about people meeting. So when you say people can't meet, it becomes a challenge. So we started off with the business maturity series, and here we were taking people through ways in which they can build their businesses through systems as opposed to people. Rather, how does Chuck Blakeman says it? He says it, businesses being system dependent as opposed to people dependent. And at the end of that series, I had a couple of successful event planners come and share their story of how they got how they got to maturity. And then at the end of the year, it was all about Christmas, and so we decorated a Christmas tree. It was awesome. So come 2021, I mean, whoa. For me, I intended it to be a year of action, a time to put into practice all that I learned in 2020 and all that I researched on. So I had a number of projects that I wanted to start, and it was quite interesting sometimes, and other times was very disappointing. Why? Because most of the projects that I started, they succeeded, but then there are others that failed. So about 60% worked, and they worked well. But the other percentage didn't do well. And the way I'm talking right now, it wasn't like one project succeed, another succeed, and then fail. And it was like ups and downs, and good times and sad times, emotional times, times to take time out because something didn't work. You can imagine thinking about a project and thinking that, I know this is going to work. And so you put your whole self into it and then it fails. That is that was tough for me. I even think 2021 was more challenging for me than 2020. Anyway, while all that was going on, I did the What's Next series. And on this series, we were asking experts who were not from the events industry to share with us their tips on how we should build our businesses again, how we should be as people, what help we should get. And so we talked about finances, we talked about career change, we talked about all that. And then I moved on to do what was it called? The Resilience series, where people were event planners and people in the events industry were coming up to share what they did to navigate the COVID season and come out strong on the other end. It was very inspiring. But by the time I finished that series, and you're working on yourself, you're working on your business, and you're working on content, it just became hard. I reached a point where I had no energy. I reached a point when I was just feeling burnt out, and I just said I needed a break. And so I took a break around September, August last year. That's 2021. And come 2022, fast forward, and it's been an interesting year. Despite it being an election year in Kenya, for me, it's been very interesting. Why? Because a lot of new opportunities have opened up. Things that I feared doing before, somehow, thanks to God, I got the courage to just, you know what, just do it. And I said, you know, God, if this is what you want me to do, I'm just gonna plunge in it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well, I've learned a lesson and I move on. So I gathered the courage and to take up some of the opportunities that came up. And some of them worked really well. And others are still in the pipeline, and others just did not work. Again, that's just life, full of ups and downs. But what you have to do is you pick yourself up and you keep going. So, but what the opportunities that worked for me really energized me and motivated me to move on. And I learned how to celebrate the small wins. It's been good. And I just wanted to come on here and just share that with you. Why? Because I want to come back and I want to share the results of the projects that I did, hoping that it will encourage someone, hoping that it will inspire someone, and hoping that it will bless someone. So yeah, that's been my journey, and I have a project that is coming out in about a few weeks. And so I will be posting some snippets of what you should be expecting, and I really would love for you to subscribe to this channel. Why? Because I know it will bless you. I know it will inspire you. I know it will energize you, and it will even transform you. So please subscribe to this channel, my personal one, which is Marion Obura, and let's walk this journey together. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to me today. And once again, it is awesome to see you all again. And for me, right now, it is goodbye and God bless.